Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to this month's O.C.D gaming news. And girl, there is a lot to talk about, so let's get to it. First things first, I have to give a special shout out to my beloved Patreons at the infected level. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon, and thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys so very much. Big shout out to D Cells, Finn Jacobs, Dave934, Frantic Fish, Dark Wolf 92, Daniel Kelly, Cody Neff Rogers, Dr. Hypnus, and Stephen Wilson. So thank you for supporting me and thank you for supporting the struggle. Now back to the news. It's time for the Gamers Court. In the Gamers Court this month, we have had a case of clickbait-itis now. All the stuff going on with Days Gone and David Jaffe and John Garvin, you would know that him and, well, last month I reported that Jeff Ross did an interview with him and it ruffled some feathers. It was like all over the gaming world news. And John Garvin came on and he was interviewed by David Jaffe. After this interview, I watched every second of it. It was like over 4 hours. He caught a lot of flack for the things that he done said. And I think he got a raw deal. People were taking what he was saying out of context. The games media went crazy with clickbaity titles. And I was like, I watched that entire video. He was not saying the things that they were saying he had said. It got so bad that he had to actually respond and to do a standalone video and like addressing all the comments that he was getting. He said until that day, he never had to block a person on social media. And after that day, he was blocking left and right. I feel like what he said was taken way out of context and the clickbait titles were going bananas. They were reporting some unsubstantiated tea and it was not the tea. He had to go defend himself on his own YouTube channel and address the drama. Basically, what he was saying, and what he's saying was not false. What he was saying was not untrue. He was saying if you want a game and you like the game to become a franchise, you have to buy the game and support the game and support the devs that make that game and buy it. If not enough people don't buy the game, the developers and the companies aren't going to make the games. Like if not enough people buy the game, you ain't getting another one. That's just simple profit and loss. That's just simple accounting. That's just simple smart biz. So if you think that you're mad about paying for a game, but then you still want to play another game in the franchise or a sequel, don't be mad that you're not getting one. Buy the game. So what he was saying is like, if you want to support these games, buy the games and pay full price for them. If you're not sure if you want to play it, don't play it, but then don't be mad if there's no sequels. See, now my problem is that this game was so profitable for Sony, but it got killed in the reviews. He even admitted there were problems when they released it to the reviewers. It was buggy. They had a day one patch. So there was some issues, but the game is so good, and the community who is finding out about the game loves it. Like, it's got such a strong fan base. It's already up to like almost 110,000 signatures to bring a sequel. There's a petition that they want to see, the people want a sequel. I want a sequel. Now, I'm sure Sony likes to see the money, honey, and I'm sure they like to see those 9 out of 10s and the 10s out of 10s and the 8 out of 10s on their reviews. So maybe it's because they didn't get both. I don't know. He didn't officially say he was fired in the interview, but they were saying that 6 days after the release, he was gone from Ben's studio. So definitely, I mean, you could draw your own conclusions. I am not John Garvin. I cannot speak of him, but that's what sounded like he was alluding to. So you could say that it was a direct correlation if that's the reach you want to go to, the reach if you want to reach all the way out there for it. But in my opinion, Days Gone support only got stronger with time. People came around to seeing it and they really loved it. It was just the 2-year anniversary. And I have been singing that game's praises since the first day gone, bitch. I was there from day one. So in conclusion, I don't want to see any more clickbaity headlines, especially when someone was reporting the true tea. That's just the real tea. That's just business. You don't make the money, honey. You don't get anything else. Saying that not enough money wasn't being made is why more games aren't getting made is not controversial. That's just the real fucking tea, bitch. So I'm putting a gag order on all the clickbait headlines. Now get out of my courtroom. Next case. So you're saying there's a chance for us Last of Us fans, there might be some hope on the horizon that we might see a trilogy for The Last of Us and Part 3. Our good friend and good friends of the channel, Miss Rachel Fittis, had reported at DualShockers that Neil Druckmann had something to say about the next installment of The Last of Us, and it was a doozy. He says, I don't know how much I want to reveal, and I did write an outline for a story that we're not making. Druckmann continues, but I hope one day it can see the light of day that explores a little bit of what happens after this game. We'll see. Talking more about possible Part 3, Druckmann indicates if that they were to go down the sequel route, he'd want to keep the same path as he did in The Last of Us Part 2 in terms of structural and thematic themes. I don't doubt that there'll be a Part 3. It was wildly successful, just as successful as Part 1. Part 2 was critically acclaimed. They won every award known to video game, man, woman, and child. But will Part 3 be as divisive as Part 2 was? Probably. Mr. Druckmann just might have something up his sleeve that might be even more controversial than Part 2. Who knows? Not me. Neil Druckmann ain't telling me shit, bitch. We finally got our interview with David Jaffe and John Garvin. Last month, I know I said I promised I would report it, and I touched on it a little bit on the Gamers Court. He talked about the road to development on Days Gone and the backlash when it was released. He said the backlash. Ooh, he also alluded to being fired from Ben's studio. He didn't confirm officially that he was fired, but he did say that after 6 days after the release, he was gone. He did not announce that he left Ben's studio until December 1st, I believe. So it was like almost like a year and a half later, more than a year and a half later, he announced that he had left. John Garvin says, this is just the reality of Sony. If you're the creative director of a franchise and your game is coming in at a 70, you're not going to be creative director on that franchise for very long. He is very successful and happy now doing his own thing. He is an author of 3 books. He has been very busy since leaving game development. We wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors and happiness. Now, I know we're all waiting for God of War to come out. Ragnarok. It says they say it's coming out 2021. It is already May 13th, the day I'm recording this. Will we see it? I'm thinking October. I mean, that seems to be the perfect time to release it. It's close enough to the end of the year. It gives them enough time to finish working on it. But they're already working on other games, as I have reported in the past. They are hiring game devs to work on a fantasy-based world and characters. One of the requirements of the position is to possess strong design skills with the ability to render realistic, believable, fantasy-based characters, creatures, and props using contemporary industry-standard tools and techniques. We are seeking an experienced senior character concept artist for the development of a new unannounced title. What do you think they could be working on? I don't know what they could possibly be working on, but I can't wait to see it. I want to see something different than God of War, even though I love God of War and I'm so hyped for Ragnarok to come out. I want to see something brand new from them. Leave me a comment on what you think it could be and what you hope they might come out with. Now, despite the PS5 shortage, Sony's gaming business is booming, bitch. Full year's revenues reached 81.7 million. Incredible. I know that people are working hard to get their PS5s, but those scalpers are working harder. I wish they would do something about that because the people need the consoles. And if, God forbid, something is wrong with the console, like it was with my console, who are you going to send it back to? The scalpers? You're screwed. You have no recourse to get it fixed or returned if something goes wrong. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to get the production up and running so to meet the high demand for the PS5s. So what started off as a regular old petition to get a sequel made for Days Gone turned into a juggernaut. Over 108,000 signatures as of the time of recording this. People are jumping on the bandwagon. They want the sequel made. And it's unbelievable. I'm hoping it gets to 150,000. I hope they'll be able to make a sequel. I don't know how they're going to make it without John Garvin and Jeff Ross. But regardless, we still want to see it. And I hope they're able to do it. I hope maybe they can bring them back to work on it. Who knows? But it has reached almost 110,000 signatures on change.org. I'm not surprised. The Mongul community is fiercely loyal and an amazing community. Whether or not this will convince Sony to make a sequel, I don't know. It doesn't matter. What matters is that people are showing the love for the game that it so rightfully deserves, in my opinion, and the Mongul community pulls together once again. Whatever Ben Studio comes out with next, I will be there to support. I think they're an amazingly talented dev team there, and they deserve everything. Now, CD Projekt Red has posted the near final estimated earnings for this year, financial year 2020, revealing record sales and revenues. Look at these numbers, 303 million. It seems that all the issues they had with Cyberpunk 2077, seems like all the issues they had with bugs, doesn't seem to have affected their bottom line. Look who's back in the dog pound. One of our former Naughty Dogs has come back to the pound. Naughty Dog has welcomed back Sean Eskake. He had worked on Uncharted Lost Legacy. He had worked on The Last of Us. He had left to work on the Avengers game. I reported when he left originally, and now he is back and happy to be back, and Naughty Dog is glad to have him back. There are some issues that has been going on with Avengers game and the issues with how they handled that. I ain't going to touch that with a 10-foot pole, bitch, because I haven't played it, and I don't want to get into all that mess. But we're glad to have him back. He's super talented, and I hope he'll be working on something new at Naughty Dog soon. Cyberpunk 2077 released on December 10th, 2020. And already in that short amount of time, they have sold over 13.7 million copies of the game. This does not include the number of refunds, but people, when PlayStation had pulled the game off the PlayStation Store, and they had given refunds to people who were having issues with all the bugs and issues with the game at launch. They went through a lot of bad press over crunch and the crunch culture there, and bonuses for the employees. But this sales number is highly impressive. Let's hope they invest some of that money, some of that moolah, into rewarding their employees. PlayStation and Discord are together. PlayStation is now in a partnership with Discord. Together, our teams are already hard at work connecting Discord with your social and gaming experience on PlayStation Network. Our goal is to bring the Discord and PlayStation experience closer together on console and mobile gaming, starting early next year, allowing friends, groups, and communities to hang out, have fun, and communicate more easily while playing games together. This is great news. I try to stay less on social media, not more, but this is great if you are into that. I like to see them coming together. Now, Ben Studio is coming out with PC version of Days Gone, and it looks stunning. It looks gorgeous from what I've seen. Just today they released like 28 minutes of gameplay. Even the screenshots look gorgeous, but they are hiring across the board in so many different positions. So I'm hoping that they're ramping up for something new. I know they've got to be working on something, but I'm sure they've been working on something besides just the PC version of the game since the release of Days Gone. It was just the 2-year anniversary. So I'm sure they've had something in the works for a while. Maybe now that they're officially done and releasing the PC version into the wild, they're ramping up production on whatever they're working on. And I love and support Ben Studio. I can't wait to see what they're working on next. I can't wait to play and support them in any way that I can. They are amazingly talented devs out there, and I can't wait to see. Has it been 5 years already since Uncharted 4 released? I can't believe it. I played it on my channel. I was a little baby channel then. I was like practically brand new on YouTube playing it. And I'm a huge Naughty Dog fan. I'm a huge Uncharted fan. But the amazing news, not only was it 5 years ago, just the 5-year anniversary, that 37 million players have actually played the game. It's incredible. There were so many iconic moments from that game. Which one was your favorite? My favorite had to be the truck chase, Nathan Drake hanging off the back, sliding through the mud and going through the water and flying through the air on the rope. That was such an iconic moment, and it was filmed so beautifully, and it was so like heart racing. Everything about that game, Naughty Dog does it so well, and that game was so iconic. What was your favorite moment from Uncharted 4? Let's relive the love all over again. If you haven't watched my Let's Play of it, you have to check it out. Go back on the channel, the whole playlist, and my reaction to the epilogue is definitely one to be seen. So Resident Evil Village is an absolute hit, darlings. I, of course, wouldn't know because my PlayStation 5 is defective and back for service. So I have done a channel update. If you didn't see it, check it out. I go over why I haven't been playing any new games lately. I have been having issues with my PlayStation 5 since I got it with the new games. You even see like on my channel, I've had like game crashing, Miles Morales can't play, PS5 keeps crashing. Same thing happened with Resident Evil. Nothing else could be done. After many hours of trying to get it fixed and customer service help, it had to go back. I'm not jealous at all that all y'all got to play it but me. I'm very jealous. I can't wait to play it. So as soon as my PlayStation 5 comes back, hopefully within under 2 weeks, God, I hope it comes back before then, hopefully fixed and better than ever, I will be able to play and experience Miss Lady D for myself and the horrors and the torture that is that game. But within only 5 days of its release, it has shipped 3 million units. It is insane how many people love this game and are obsessed with it and have been playing it. I'm trying to stay away from all spoilers, so I hope I don't see anything too spoilery. I'm watching all my girls play it. When I'm done playing a game, I go back and I watch all my faves who have played it. 8 Bytes. I'll watch Jazzy Guns. I'll watch A Girl in a Game. Jazz. Like I'll go and watch all my girls play it when I'm done. Once I'm done and gotten through the story. So I can't wait to see their reactions and watch their playthroughs as well. I'm sure you guys all follow them. They're amazing girl gamers. I adore them and I love their playthroughs, and it's killing me that I can't watch their stuff right now. 3 million games have shipped and it's doing amazing. So I'm sure there'll be a part 9 in our future. Returnal has been the newest gaming obsession this past 2 weeks. Since it's been released, people are in love. They are obsessed with it. And Returnal also made its debut in the top downloads. It's incredibly frustrating. And then I feel like people, once they get the hang of it, they really enjoy it. So let me know in the comments if you played it, or if you played it and if you are living for it, or if you just hung it up and got too frustrated. Let me know. PlayStation Studios has not been sleeping since the PlayStation 5 has come out. They have more than 25 PS5 games in active development, and nearly half of them are new IP. I am so happy to hear this. Like, we know like 5 of them are going to be like, one's God of War Ragnarok, one's Horizon Forbidden West, and there's like we know there's other games coming out, like there's Ratchet and Clank, right? That's coming out. So there's a few that we know about. And I'm sure there's some that we have brand new, we have no clue. I'm sure something that Ben Studio is working on. The Sony Santa Monica game, the fantasy game they're working on, the Naughty Dog game they're working on, that's not The Last of Us and hopefully not Uncharted. I can wait years for the next Uncharted, even though I love it. I want to see brand new from these people, from our beloved devs, and I can't wait to see what they come up with. And I'm really excited to play these games. Just this morning, it was announced by PlayStation that they're going to release next month 2 DualShock PS5 controllers. Cosmic Red and Midnight Black, bitch, are the 2 upcoming colors for the DualSense PS5 controller. They look gorgeous. Personally, I would have loved to seen a black one and a blue one. I am obsessed with blue. Everything I have is blue. That's just my personal opinion, but both of them look stunning. Will you be pre-ordering them? They're going to be releasing next month. I don't even have my PS5 back yet. I think I just want a working PS5 before I start ordering all the controllers. Now, Amazon's struggling game development division has suffered another setback. The Lord of the Rings game that was supposed to come out has been canceled. Jason Schreier broke the story first. Do you think there's any hope for Amazon Gaming? It doesn't seem like it's got a shot to really make it work. What are your thoughts? Do you think that it's salvageable at all? Because it does not have a good track record. Here is this month's video game release dates. All the games that are coming out. I am super excited for Days Gone. Days Gone releases on PC on May 18th. So in a few days, it'll be here. I wish I could play it on PC. I am not going to be able to play it on PC, but it looks stunning. It looks gorgeous. That is like, I'm so excited for Ben Studio to release that. It just looks gorgeous. Mass Effect, Ratchet and Clank, just to name a few that's coming out that I was looking forward to playing. What are you looking forward to playing this month coming up? There's so many beautiful games coming out. I can't wait to play anything because I'm going through PS5 withdrawal symptoms right now. But leave me a comment and let me know what you're excited to play. And here is our stunning artwork. This gorgeous shot of A Plague Tale of sent to me by Lunar9P. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful VP shots with us. This is a gorgeous shot. I miss this game so much. This was this also came out around the same time as Days Gone. I was playing them both at the same time. I can't wait to see what they're coming out with next. I know they have Flight Simulator that they put out and it was wildly successful. I want to see another game from them, but as always, I'm excited for Senua. I'm excited for Ragnarok. I'm excited for Aloy. That's my favorites. That's just coming out in 2021. Let me know what your dream list of video games to be releasing this year is coming out. And if you guys have any VP shots or video game artwork, send it my way. Send me a DM on Twitter so it doesn't get like lost in the notifications. And tell me I want to put this in next month's O.C.D Gaming News. You can send it to me anytime and I will save it for the next month. And I can put up multiple pics. Thank you, Luna9P, for sharing it with us. Now it's time for the yes, bitch, and the mess. Now, my yes for this month. I was so excited. I was so proud. I was over the moon over the 2-year anniversary for Days Gone. Obviously, you know I'm a huge Days Gone fan. And I got to celebrate it in a very special way. Kev the Cap, Kevin McAllister, Viking Dad, who is now working for Ben Studios, reached out to me and asked me if I'd like to be a part of the giveaway for one of the digital copies of the game on the day of the 2-year anniversary. So little bitty me channel was officially a PlayStation partner, bitch. A PlayStation partner. Like, I still can't believe it. It was amazing to be a part of it, and I just have so much love for that game, for Ben Studio, and for the Mongul community. So I was very thrilled to be a part of it and be a part of that special day. So on that day, I had the giveaway video, I had a thank you Ben Studio video, and I finally got to face off the Sawmill Horde. And it was a struggle, bitch. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. If you've seen my original playthrough of Days Gone, there was a snafu with the Sawmill Horde, and I finally got to check out the video to see if I beat them or not. It was hair-raising, heart attack inducing, and I was not ready. Anyway, I was so thrilled to be a part of the 2-year celebration and to be a part of Ben Studio. And not only that, Ben Studio officially followed me back on Twitter. So I was just like so thrilled, so happy. The community is so amazing and Ben Studio is amazing. And I'm so excited to be celebrating the 2-year anniversary with them and the May 18th PC release of Days Gone. I'm here to spread all the Days Gone love. Mongrels for life. Now my mess for this month, bitch. I don't have to tell you what the mess for this month is. My PS5 is died and gone to heaven. My PS5 is dead, deceased. Oh Lord, I can't even believe it. I knew, it's like, you know when you're in denial about something, you know something bad's happening, but you don't want to admit that it's happening, and you're like, I'll just pretend it's working. I'll just keep going. The other problem was fixed. Maybe this will be fixed too. Like my Spider-Man game was able to be fixed because I was able to take it off performance mode. But I don't want my PS5 not to be playing at full potential. I want it playing all guns blazing, full throttle, all the way, the right way. And it just, I had to face the facts. I am the queen of denial. And I had to face facts that my PS5 needed to go to the emergency room and had to have emergency surgery. So that's why there's been nothing new on the channel. That's why there's been no Resident Evil Village. That's why there's not going to be any Mass Effect until I get it back. Today's the 13th. I sent it back on the 12th. It's going to take 7 to 10 business days, 2 weeks. It could take up to a month. So I'm asking you, please bear with me on the channel. It's not that I don't want to put content out there. I just am stuck right now. It's technical difficulties. I have no choice. So if there's news about or reactions that I can do for any video game trailers that are coming out or anything new or new announcements, I'll do standalone videos as much as I can or whatever's coming up. I sincerely apologize, but this will not affect my Patreons at all. Like if you're on my Patreon, you know, every week you get an extra video. No matter what happens on the channel, I post a video for the infected and the Firefly level. So if you're a Patreon at the Firefly and the infected level, you will get an extra video every week. So I I recorded a bunch because that didn't affect it because it wasn't a new PS5 game. So I was able to like record 5 extra streams, 5 weeks worth of streams for The Last of Us Part 2. I'm doing a road to platinum right now. You don't have to join me at Patreon, but I have already recorded before I sent it back because it didn't affect my PS5 at all with that. But I'm afraid with all the new games coming out that I would be going through what I'm going through now with Resident Evil Village. So it had to be fixed. So if you're a Patreon, don't worry, this won't affect you. You'll still get your video every week because I was able to record like 5 streams. So you will still get your videos. Don't worry about it. But that is my mess for the month. So I'm sure we'll be back. The terror will be real. I'm sure I'll be screaming my head off. If you haven't seen my Resident Evil 7 gameplay, Biohazard, you have to see it because the terror was so real. I really thought I was going to be recorded dying of panic, dying of terror, of the fright, because it was so terrifying to me. So I'm afraid of playing Village, but I'm going to play it. Anyway, guys, that's it for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am so sorry I cannot bring you more gameplay. Please, it is out of my hands. It is out of my control. There's nothing I can do. If I could buy a brand new one, I would. But I cannot. They're nowhere to be found. So hopefully this will be fixed and resolved. Thanks so much for all your love and support on the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for understanding. If you like this video and my shenanigans, please like and subscribe. I promise there'll be more stuff coming up soon. And if you can, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Every little bit helps. Help this girl out. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more.